Greetings, everybody. Welcome to another Q&A meeting where we will discuss the practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone is welcome to join. If you have any questions, please send them in one at a time. Please be brief and precise. If this is your first time, please let me know where you come from. Today I think the video is not quite as clear. I'm not sure why, but sometimes these things happen. As long as you can hear me well, I think that's more important. So I shall start reading your comment and your question. First is Tony Yip. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Liberty Lee, good day, Ajahn. Good day to you. Sawante, sadhu, sadhu. Yeo, SC, sadhu. Being Sukihotu, Ajahn, sadhu, sadhu. Kenneth Hunt, good morning, Ajahn. You are clear enough. Thank you. Yimbunchu, sadhu, sadhu. Ying Yuan, sadhu. Chonburi MTR, sadhu. Hong Bi Chin, following. Thank you, Mom. You're welcome. Tommy. Okay. The messages keep running back and forth, so I have to keep running after it. Sorry if I stop reading in the middle because the messages went away. So I'm searching for it now. Tommy Chai Songkram, Ram Namasakan, Kanoi. Sadhu, Tony, dear Ajahn. Good afternoon. The video and audio are clear. Thank you. Nanapat Pram Suwong, Namasakan, with my respect. Audio is clear. Sadhu. Thank you for your teaching. Jirapon, sadhu. Milim, Sukihotu, sadhu. See, keep running back again. So, I'm not sure why, but the messages keep running back and forth. I have to keep running after it. Jirapon, Varunjai, sadhu. Kim Ashur, sadhu. Shirley Ko, sadhu. Kim Bunchu, afternoon, Ajahn. Bruce Lee, Alam Seya. Namaskaran, dear Ajahn. Audio is clear and can hear well and enough to learn. Even video is a low resolution level. Maybe the internet connection is slow today. Eli Hassan, good day, Ajahn. Good day to you. Terence T.H. Lee, wishing Ajahn well and happy. Thanks for your Dhamma teaching. You're welcome. Question from Philip Yeo, Singapore. Question number 1. How can I help a friend who is very sad and not able to get rid of the thinking over and over again? It depends whether he will listen to you or not. If he don't listen to you, then it's useless. So if he really believes in you, trust you, and think that you can help him, then you can teach him mindfulness. Ask him to stop thinking by reciting a mantra. Keep reciting a mantra until the mind stops thinking, until the mind becomes calm and clear and peaceful. It's the thought that makes him sad, not anything else. Everything else are just triggers that trigger the mind to think in a negative way and then creating suffering for the mind. So you just have to fix the mind, not the things around you. You cannot fix things around you, but you can fix your mind. Things around you are like triggers they will trigger the mind to start thinking in the wrong direction and creating dukkha for the mind. So the first step is to start thinking by using mindfulness. Then the second step is to teach the mind to think properly, to think that everything is impermanent, everything is not under our control. So we cannot expect things to be the way we want them to be. We have to learn to accept things as they are. Once we can do that, then we will not be hurt by things around us anymore, because we can accept anything that happens. Liberty Ajahn, it is totally not easy to obtain first thing right, first jhana, right? I cannot meditate more than 1 hour so far, sadhu. It's not difficult, it's just you have to put in a lot of effort, that's all. And unfortunately, as lay person, you won't have enough time to put in the effort. You have to put in total effort in developing mindfulness at all times. Once you can do that, then your meditation will proceed rapidly, easily. So that's the important thing, is to be able to maintain mindfulness all day long, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep, not allowing your mind to go thinking about this or that. If you can do this, when you meditate, you will enter into first, second, third, and fourth jhana rapidly. So try to develop as much mindfulness as possible. Prangsa JW, Namaskar, Prajan. Joanne Lim Chu, good afternoon, Ajahn. Good afternoon to you. Kwan Lee Man, Ajahn, with respect, when I am meditating, I enter into emptiness and calmness, and I can feel the breath and body and cannot hear the sounds around me. Shall I continue this way and contemplate on the body? Don't contemplate on the body yet when you meditate. Try to master your meditation until you are able to enter into samadhi at all times. And when you come out, you can maintain calm at all times. Once you can do that, then you can start contemplating on the nature, on the impermanent nature of your body, birth, aging, sickness, and death. If you don't have mastered your samadhi yet, your contemplation will be not effective, because it won't be continuous. You have to contemplate continuously until it sinks into your consciousness, the knowledge of impermanence of the body. Metta Surya Namo Buddhaya Ajahn. Thank you. Metta Surya Sukhihotu. So glad that I can visit and meet you 2 weeks ago. Now I am back in LA. Okay. Thank you for visiting, for coming by. Metta Surya Namaskara. Sunil Bikash Changma Namo Buddhaya. Alvin Lee Wei Peng. Good afternoon, Ajahn. Thanks for your Dhamma teaching. Sadhu, sadhu. Sally Chi, sadhu, sadhu. Carmen C.H. Good afternoon, Ajahn. May you be well and healthy always. Thank you. Hopefully, Ki, sadhu. Ajahn. Good afternoon, Ajahn. Good afternoon to you. We have 49 people watching at this time, which, is considered to be quite a lot of people already, because not many people in this world really interested in meditation practice. They're more interested in how to make a lot of money and where to spend the money with. For them, meditation is something too distant for them to understand or appreciate. Question number 2 from Philip Yeo. How can one practice to reduce ego and realize the non-self and detach from it? By first teaching yourself, treat yourself like being a slave or a servant. This will cut down or lower your ego tremendously. Think of yourself as a slave, as a servant to everybody else. Then you would have reduced drastically your ego. But if you think you're somebody, then you are increasing your ego as well. So the Buddha says, think of yourself as to being the lowest on the lowest rung of the pecking order. Being a servant, be a slave. Think yourself as being a slave, and everybody else is your master. So you have to respect your masters and listen to your masters. You don't argue with your masters. You don't mistreat your masters. This is the one way of reducing your ego. Thinking of yourself as a nobody. I am a nobody. I'm not important. I'm just a slave. I'm just a servant. Quote me alone, Satu. Kwan Li Man, dear Tanajan. If in meditation the mind is empty and cannot feel the breath and body, and cannot hear the sound around, is this samadhi yet? Maybe it's approaching samadhi, but not fully. Because if it's samadhi, when the mind becomes perfectly still, you will find a sense of relief, a sense of elation, or jubilee, or happiness that you haven't felt before in your life. So you are maybe approaching that stage. So keep on concentrating on your meditation object and don't think or expect things to happen, because as soon as you do that, it will not happen. Just keep watching your mind or the emptiness. Then the mind will go in deeper and become calmer, more peaceful and more happy. Kenneth Tan Kiba, greeting Ajahn, may you be well and happy. Thank you. Nuch TW, Satu, Satu. Raul Bridget, BSP, BR, Namo Buddhe, Satu. Thank you. Diana Chua, good afternoon, Ajahn. Very blessed indeed to be able to listen to your Dhamma teaching. You're welcome. Bruce Lee Alamsaya, question from Indonesian friend. Is it still possible that a Sotapanna, when disrobing, considering life as a monk, is the highway path to emptiness? Anything is possible. I guess it depends on the reason why he wants to disrobe. Because normally, once you have entered into the stream, which is the Sotapanna does, you don't want to get out of the stream. You want to go further in the stream. So it's not highly likely that you will disrobe if you become a monk and you have become a Sotapanna. But it's not impossible either, so I cannot rule out the reason. Maybe it's not by his own volition. Maybe he was forced to do it, for instance. Maybe somebody falsely accused him of breaking a law or something, and then he must disrobe to go and face the judgment or something like this. Then he might have to be disrobed. But as far as his mind is concerned, he doesn't want anything else in this world. He wants peace and happiness from his meditation practice. Mikey LK, warm greetings to you, Ajahn. Thank you for your teaching, which I have been trying to put into practice. I wish to seek for forgiveness for all the misdeeds I have done through speech, actions, and thoughts, to the Triple Gems and to yourself, Ajahn. Please forgive me. Thank you. Okay. Karina Kaur, good afternoon. Ajahn, Sadhu, Sadhu. Free, Clara, Cruian. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce your name correctly. I'll call you Free, Cruian. Dear Ajahn, long time follower, first time question. I have a sickness and live on dialysis and my body suffers greatly. What is the best practice to separate mind from body? Thank you. Your teaching has been very beneficial. Sadhu, sadhu. There are two ways of separating your body from the mind or the mind from the body. The first one is to use mindfulness by keeping reciting a mantra and then meditate to get your mind into jhana. If your mind enters into jhana, it is completely separated from the body temporarily. Once you can do that, when you come out of your body, come out of your meditation, you then start to teach your mind, to remind yourself, the mind, that you and the body are two separate things. The body gets sick, but the mind doesn't get sick. The mind is just an observer. The body is the one that gets sick. But the body doesn't care. The body doesn't know. The body isn't hurt by its sickness. So there's no need to worry for the body. The body is just like an automobile. When the car breaks down, the car doesn't know it breaks down. You just take it to the shop and have it fixed if you can. If you cannot fix the car, then you have to junk it and get a new car. This is the same way with your body. Your body doesn't feel or know anything about its sickness. So you don't have to worry about that. What you should worry about is the mind, not to get sick with the body, by separating the mind from the body. The mind is just an observer. You are just an observer, and the body is just an object that you are observing. So separate the two like this when you're not meditating. But you should do alternatively. After a while, if you feel tired of teaching your mind this, then you can stop and then go back into meditation and separate the mind by meditation from the body. And then when you come out, when your mind begins to become attached or think the body is you, then you have to refute this. Say, no, you are not the mind, you are not the body, you are the mind. You're just the one who knows, the observer of watching the body, taking care of the body. If you can do this, your mind will be peaceful and not hurt. And your body, no matter how sick it gets, it doesn't bother the body. So if you can practice like this, nobody will be bothered or hurt. The body won't be hurt, and the mind also won't be hurt. Carmen said, last 2 days I had a panic attack again in office. The heart beating fast, thinking of various fear caused by irritational thoughts about colleagues in the office may harm me because I'm not in good terms with them. I forced myself to write a document. Although my heart and hand is trembling, I am worried it might happen tomorrow again. The mind is sick to irrational thoughts. I am depressed by this issue affecting my work. I'm afraid my colleagues will laugh at me if they knew about this. I'm helpless. Please advise, Ajahn. You just have to stop your thought, that's all. And the way to stop your thought is using mindfulness, such as reciting a mantra, Bhutto, Bhutto, or do some chanting. You can chant Buddhang saranam gacchami, Dhammang saranam gacchami, Sanghang saranam gacchami. Again, 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 and again, until the trembling, the panic attack stop. Then you can stop chanting or reciting the mantra Bhutto, Bhutto. It's very simple. Just do it. Just keep doing it. It's like taking medicine. You have to keep on taking medicine until your illness disappears. If your illness still persists, then you have to keep on taking the medicine. Same way with your panic attack, which is a form of mental illness. So you have to keep taking the medicine of mindfulness. Keep reciting Bhutto, 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 Bhutto. Or keep reciting Buddhang Saranam Gacchami, Dhammang Saranam Gacchami, Sanghang Saranam Gacchami. Keep doing this. Don't think about any other thing. Don't stop until you feel better, until you feel your mind become calm and peaceful again. Bruce Lee Alam Saya. Question number 2. Disrobing can be done alone. Disrobing not breaking precept right. Thank you very much, Ajahn. Well, there are 2 methods of disrobing, officially and unofficially. Unofficially, you can disrobe alone, but officially, you have to do it in front of a group of monks to act as your witness. Then you are no longer a monk. So then you cannot come back and become a monk again simply by putting on the robe again. So if you want to disrobe unofficially, no problem. But no one will know this or recognize this. So it can be problematic maybe later on. If somebody say, are you still a monk or not? But if you disrobe officially or formally by having a monk or a few monks witnessing your disrobing, then this will be much more clearer as to your status. Good Tan, Satu Satu. Joe, meditation and attainment is most precious and than all the wealth the world can offer. Taste that moment and you will know vipassana, the cessation of this consciousness. When it occurs in just a moment, is enough to release you from this samsara bonding and enter the stream, Sukhihoto. Buddhang Saranam Gacchami. Thank you. James of greeting Ajahn. Greetings to you. Prashant Kekwat. Ajahn, can you please explain how to be in samadhi for a long time? When I sit for meditation, I am not able to sit for a longer time. Even I am not able to chant Bhutto for a longer period. Please guide how to be mindful. That's all the time. You have to keep training yourself with mindfulness by constantly reciting Bhutto, Bhutto. Keep reciting your mantra, even when you don't really need to do it. Keep reciting it as a practice, so that when you need to use the mantra, you will then find it easily to use. So keep practicing or training yourself with mindfulness by keeping reciting the mantra Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto all the time, as much as possible. The more the better. So that when you want to meditate longer, when you feel like getting up, then you can continue. You can continue on sitting by reciting the mantra Bhutto, Bhutto, and then you will be able to sit in samadhi longer. You need to regenerate your mindfulness. After a period of time, your mindfulness becomes weakened. So you need to strengthen it by reciting the mantra Bhutto, Bhutto again. Pasana Chunasevi, good morning, Prajan. I am focusing on mindfulness, meditate and wisdom. Still happy and calm in my mind. Thank you very much for your teaching. You're welcome. Tan Sui, Tan Siu Hong, greeting from Malaysia. Best wishes to Ajahn. Satu, Satu. Thank you. Chitta Sati. Dear Ajahn, bowing to you from the desert. Thank you for rectifying my view on raga. Yeah, Ajahn, you are absolutely right. I have realized that by kindness to visualize female to be my kinswoman and observe the sila can only prevent me from the external temptation. To eliminate the raga, I need to see through. I need to see through the truth behind the rupa, the raga, behind the body. Thank you, Ajahn, for leading me into the right track again. I have started practicing on Asubha since this Tuesday. One question is that when I contemplate on the skeleton of myself, should be contemplate on the whole body skeleton just as a full picture or from head to scalp to toe, top to. I think the more complete the better. But if you want to focus on a certain particular part, that's okay also. Now you just want to concentrate on the skull alone. But I think it's nice to see the complete picture of the internal organs of the body. So you can really see how unpleasant the body is. You can see all the inner organs, such as the lungs, the heart, the liver, the kidneys, the spleen, the intestines, the brain, and the skeleton. This will strengthen your Asubha contemplation immensely, and you will get rid of your raga easily. Carnal tenderly, Mandami Ajahn. Let's say a devotee bring a food to offer to Sangha. After Sangha finish, take one by one, the leftover, assuming still lots of food that she bring earlier. She bring back all again without sharing to the guests who come to monastery. Is this right? Thank you. It means that she doesn't do a 100% dana. She takes back the remain. So she might give 80% and then takes the 20% back. But if she wants to have 100% dana, then she give all away to whoever wants it after the monks already finished eating it. The purpose of doing dana is to get rid of your greed, your attachment to your possession, because this can prevent you from going further in your spiritual path. So if you want to go on further on your spiritual path, you must relinquish all of your possessions. And dana is the practice of relinquishing your possession. So if you brought things for dana, then give it all away. Don't take it back, because then you have to come back and give again. So why not give it all at the same time now? But if you want to take it back, that's your option. Yeah. Although it doesn't really belong to you anymore, technically, but by practical practice, people will respect that it still belongs to you. But once you give to the Sangha, it no longer belongs to you anymore. It belongs to the Sangha, and it's up to the Sangha to decide what to do with the leftover, which usually the Sangha would then share it with the people who comes to the monastery to give dana. So all the food that is left over from the monk usually will then be distributed or shared among the people. If they like to take them, they can. If they don't want to take them, that's also their option. No hard feelings whatsoever. But technically, once you give to the Sangha, then it all belongs to the Sangha. It doesn't belong to the giver anymore. But in practice, we just let the person who gives dana decide what to do with the leftover. Alfredo Vilela. Hi, Alfredo Becca. I'm contemplating Avipawa. Okay, I'm not sure what is Avipawa. Vipawa, maybe. Okay, I cannot understand. Avipawa. I'm not sure what this word means. Carmen CH. Another question, Ajahn. In some Buddhism, for example, Mahayana, emphasize on vegetarian meal. This will help on coping with our bad emotions like anger and anxiety because eating meat will create more bad emotions. No, eating doesn't cause you any bad emotion. Your bad emotion is created by your defilement. So eating vegetarian food or eating meat doesn't affect the mind either way. So if you want to fix your emotion, anger, you have to induce meditation and mindfulness and wisdom. Rusli Alam Saya, question number 3. Some of our dear friends went to Vipassana retreat for 2 weeks or so. After that, she said already Sotapanna, but apparently terrified with COVID and bodily sickness. We feel a bit concerned and sad that this happened to him or her. I only could reply that I would not be able to do anything for them unless they ask me something or willing to learn. Considering this are our good friends, so he would like to ask you, dear Ajahn, how to correct this kind of wrong view so that people may learn the right view of the path. If you are truly Sotapanna, you will no longer be afraid of sickness, any type of sickness or death. You see sickness and death as only belonging to the body, and you have nothing to do with the body whatsoever. So you will feel not affected or hurt by the sickness of the body or the death of the body. If you are truly a Sotapanna, you will not be afraid of sickness. You will not be afraid of catching COVID, and you will not be afraid of dying from COVID either, because you have seen with wisdom that the body isn't you. You are not the body. Adeline Chin, good afternoon, Tanajan. Good afternoon to you. Patarapon Bosuk, Satu Satu. Christine Koe, Long Pa, good day to you. May you be well, strong, and happy. Thank you. Anandati, Satu Satu. David Silananda, Satu Satu. Okay. I have time now to take a little break because no question or comment coming in yet. The picture today is really not clear at all, very blurry. But that's not important. What's important is the audio. As long as you can hear me and understand what I'm saying, I think that's good enough. Okay. Eli Hassan, teacher, is state of Ubeka actually same with state of the fourth jhana? Yes. No matter what is coming, can keep still and calm, not much reaction, and can accept as what is nature. Yes. But you only stay that way in the fourth jhana. When you come out, then this ubeka will steadily disappear. If you want to maintain the ubeka that you have gained from jhana, you will need to use wisdom to teach the mind to see everything as anicca, dukkha, anatta, and let go and not reacting to anything. Alfredo Vilela, be born is Nirodha, with cessation again and again. Okay, thank you. Su Lan Ui, Satu Ajahn. We can clear you. We can clear you and clearly. Okay, we can hear you, see you clearly. I think you're missing something in your statement. We can hear you clearly. Yeah, I think that's more. Okay. Shelley Stino, Satu Tanajan, thank you for your precious Dhamma words and wholesome suggestions on the path. You're welcome. Carmen C.H., dear Ajahn, I have practiced chanting Bhutto since months ago. Yes, it helps very much, but the panic attack also comes suddenly. Yes, I'm not practiced frequent enough, or the hatred towards two colleagues overwhelmed by my practice. Yes, you're not practicing more mindfulness, and also maybe you should practice loving kindness toward your colleagues. Treat them as your friend. Look at them as your fellow uh, travelers on the path, on the rounds of existence. We are all travelers in this samsara, where we bear a lot of dukkha already. So there's no need to give each other any more dukkha. Give them peace and happiness. Forgive them for what they do if they didn't do it properly or correctly or hurting you. You have to learn to forgive also, and also use mindfulness. Then you will be able to overcome your problem. Bruce Lee Alamsaya, blur image is less important than learning essence. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't hear you clearly. Yes, Sulan Wei. Check LinkedIn, audio is clear and can hear your precious Dhamma teaching, dear Tanajan. The video is alright, can still see your kind and compassionate smile. Thank you. Ali Hassan, audio clear, Tanajan. Thank you. Chitta Sati, dear Ajahn, thank you for your advice on the Sutta. I will follow and practice it accordingly. And as for my fasting, I did the 2-to-1, 2 days fasting, 1 day, 1 meal. In turn for 9 days, I am going to boost it to 3-to-1, 3 days fasting, 1 day meal. Congratulations. If this will help you advance and if this will help you practice more, then this is the good method. But fasting alone is not the answer. The fasting is supposed to support your practice. So to prevent you from being lazy, to prevent you from being drowsy, sleepy, so you can practice more. Carmen CH, thank you Ajahn for your advice. Sadhu, sadhu. No Chonburi, sadhu, sadhu. Breathing 10, thank you so much, dear Ajahn. Precious Dhamma and persistent teaching. You're welcome. Rusli Alamsaya. Question number 4 from another Indonesian friend. One of our dear friends claimed that she is an anagami after practicing for some time, but at night she is still looking for hot shower and change hairstyles. It seemed not possible, right? We feel sorry in one way, but could not help with anything. Thank you very much, Ajahn. Yes, unfortunately, this is not probably a case of delusion. Normally, if you are truly enlightened, you don't want to tell anybody about it, really, because you know that it can be misinterpreted or can cause other people to react negatively, maybe jealous, one thing. They might feel jealous or they might not believe in what you say. So normally, if you are an enlightened person, you usually don't tell people, except when you meet an equally enlightened person, then you might be able to share your experiences. But otherwise, you don't get anything from telling people what you are, who you are, right? You don't tell them I'm an arahant, I'm an anagami. So what does that do? You don't get anything from saying that anyway. But if you're delusion, you feel that when you say something like this, you think people will respect you, will look up to you. Maybe, I don't know. But if you're truly enlightened, you don't want to tell anybody about your status because people can misinterpret it and maybe think you are crazy also, and will judge every movement, everything that you do. They will judge whether this is something that you should do or not do. So it's better to be a nobody. Then you can do anything and people will not judge you or criticize you. But as soon as you claim to be an enlightened person, then every movement will be judged, will be watched and judged. So if you don't want to be watched and judged all the time, then just don't tell people that you have become enlightened. But it's okay to tell people how to practice to become enlightened if they need help from you. But if not, then you just keep quiet. Enilam Satu Satu. Gita Sati. Dear Ajahn, thank you. Yeah, this fasting can benefit my practice. The hungry feeling can always alert me. Thank you. One question is that during the long fasting, shall I take one energy bar in the afternoon and can drink water as long as I want? Yes, you can take as much as water as you want, and you can take some energy bar, some sugar or something sweet to 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 help your body maintain some energy, but not too much. Don't take them out of cravings. Take them like medicine to help maintain your energy level in your body. Shelly Stino, I have not made a super to win sensual pleasure. Instead, I am training and getting the mind used to see others as skeletons or without the skin. It looks that it gives me the same result of a super to me. Is it the right method to have sensual pleasure, Tanajan? Yes, this is another form of a super. If you can see the unpleasant aspect of the body, this is all considered to be a super. A super means not beautiful. Super means beautiful. A super means not beautiful, not good looking, not attractive. So if you can see any aspect of the body as being unattractive, then it is okay. Like the 10 stages of the corpse, this is also a super. When you see the body dies and start to bloat and start to turn into uh, to something unpleasant. So this is all a super contemplation, and each person can devise their own different method. As long as it can get rid of your sexual desire, that's that's the purpose. That's the goal. Pashan Gekwat, Ajahn, please guide us on Eightfold Path and how Panya get developed post Sila and Samadhi. How we know that Panya got developed in us? Well, we've been talking this all the time from the time we started this meeting. We have to go step by step. First, you have to keep the sila. You have to maintain the 8 precepts if you want to meditate. Then you have to develop mindfulness so that you can get to samadhi or jhana. Once you have developed jhana, you master your jhana and samadhi, then you can then develop wisdom or panya by studying the nature of everything as being impermanent, being anatta, and can cause you suffering if you attach or have any craving for them. So this is basically what we've been talking all the time. We are talking about the Noble Eightfold Path without actually mentioning the name of the Noble Eightfold Path. We just talk about the path factor, usually mindfulness, samadhi, right mindfulness, right concentration, right view, and right thoughts, and right action, and right speed, which is the precepts. Cornell Kennedy, Mandami Ajahn, let's say a devotee bring only one variety of food to offer to Sangha. After Sangha all finish, take one by one, then she eat the leftover food. But not only one variety of food, instead lots of variety. Might be up to 10 or more variety of food. She feels she let greed take over her and feel like maybe next time she just eat one variety instead. How is the right thinking for this Ajahn of offering one but eating lots of variety? That means you're still greedy, that's all. And the purpose of giving dana is to getting rid of your greed. So the best way to do it is to give food and not to eat anything at the temple. Just go home or go to a restaurant later on and eat. Don't eat anything from the temple. You are there to give up your food, your attachment to material things. So don't take anything, even if the food is offered to you. Just decline and just as soon as you finish giving food, then just go home and eat instead. Because the goal is to get rid of your greed, not to increase your greed. Bruce Lee Alam say, thank you for your teaching. Being nobody is the best. Yes, be nobody. Anatta, there is nobody, no self in me. I'm just a knower. I'm just a receiver of all the sensual objects. But I'm not a reactor. Just receiver, but no reacting. Just receiving and no reacting. Celestino, thank you very much, Ajahn. You're welcome. Adi Aha, Sadhu. Okay, we have about 10 more minutes left in our meeting. So you can still send in your questions or comments. If you have any comment that you'd like to contribute, you are also welcome. We have a question from Bhikkhuni Vandana from India. I'm still a student. Every day I read your posts and watch your videos, and it helps me to understand the Dhamma. But I still think that I need a teacher like you to guide me. I wanted to practice meditation, but don't know where to start to achieve the stage of Arahanta. Venerable, can you guide me and help me to walk on the path of Dhamma? This is what I've been doing all this time. If you listen to what I said and what I answer to the question, you should be able to be able to summarize what you should need to practice. Basically, you need to keep the precept, and then you need to develop mindfulness from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep by either reciting a mantra, Bhutto, Bhutto, or you can keep focusing on your body activity. Keep watching what your body is doing every moment to prevent or stop your mind from thinking restlessly or uselessly. Once you can do this, then if you have time, then you sit down, close your eyes, and focus either on the mantra Bhutto Bhutto, recite the mantra Bhutto Bhutto, or you can focus on your breath. Watch the breath at the tip of the nose. Don't follow the breath in or out. Just keep watching it comes in and goes out at the point of contact up to the body, which is at the tip of the nose. That's all you need to do. And try not to think while doing everything. Stop thinking or don't pay attention to any thought if it should come up. Pay attention to your mantra, to your body, or to your breath. This is simple. That's all you need to do. You have to start doing it to really understand and appreciate it better. If not, you will not be able to move forward. You have to start with meditation. Keep the precept. Practice mindfulness and then meditate. Colonel Kennedy, dear Ajahn, if everyone just dana food and go away, then the leftover food will be boom, a lot which is unused. Don't worry about it. This food will be taken care of properly by the Sangha. Your responsibility is only to give. Once you have given the food, then don't stop worrying about what happens after it. It's not your business. Let the receiver decide for what to do with the food that they have left over. Don't worry, there'll be plenty of use for the leftover food. It won't be thrown away in the garbage bin. There are lots of hungry people around, and you can help them. So just give the food, okay? Don't worry what happened to it afterward. It's not your business. Your business is to give. That's all. To get rid of your greed, your attachment to food. Chi Chin Chuan, dear Ajahn, what is usual? What is Suatmon? Suatmon is chanting. It means chanting. To do morning and evening chanting. ทำวัดเช้าทำวัดเย็นสวดมนต์ไหว้พระ This is a Thai word สวดมนต์ไหว้พระ means to chant, to pay respect to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. I hear a lot from Thai monk. Is it useful in our practice? Yes, it's a way of developing mindfulness, chanting. Citta Sati, dear Ajahn, sorry, one more question. Do I need to investigate which is more cling to that that is desire in my sixth sense organ. Thank you. Which you have to let go of all your clinging to all the six sense organs. You have to let go of every one of them. So you don't have to know which one you cling more to. You'll find out that the more you cling to, the harder to get rid of. That's all. The less clinging, the easier the letting go. The more clinging, then the harder to get rid of your attachment. Shelly Stino, sharing with you, Ajahn, the benefits coming from the second contemplation of Ananda's list mentioned in Ude Sutta. Thank you. Well, looks like it's almost time. We're almost running out of time now. There's only about 3 minutes left. So I don't think you can send in any more questions. If you do, you have to wait until next time. Chi Chin Chuan, is it okay to, in the language we understand, for example, English, or must we chant the Pali but not understand? You can chant in any language if you like, but usually most people will chant in Pali, and then they read the translation to know what the meaning of the chants are. Some people chant without understanding what they chant also. That doesn't matter. If you don't want to learn, if you want to use it as a method of developing mindfulness, then you just keep on chanting. This will prevent you from thinking, that's all. Kono Tanadi, thank you, Ajahn, for the clarity. May Ajahn be well and long life. Thank you, you're welcome. Te Seng Hin Satu. Bruce Alamsia, my humble bow down to the Ajahn. Thank you very much for today and Q&A. Please have a good break, dear Ajahn. Thank you. Okay, that's about it for today. Thank you very much for your time. Okay, some more. Chi Chin Chuan. Thank you, teacher. Fanny Ong. Thank you, Ajahn. All right. Thank you very much for your participation. I hope this meeting will benefit you and help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay mindful, and keep on practicing. If all goes well, I will see you again at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.